having a little bit too much fun uh, listening to new music, which is weird. It's one of the rare things that I kind of miss about society right now is the commute going into work. Well, that part sucked. It was the only time I ever listened to the radio, and I have no idea what new music is out. So currently, currently jamming to some iTunes, and everything sounds new. So thank God every recording artist has a studio in their house and still producing music. Um, Otherwise, I'd be going a little bit out of my mind. So we're way past out of my mind. So kind of exciting stuff. I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to constantly be bringing it up. The superhero fiction website has decided it's going to have, I'm not going to say a convention. It's kind of like 5 nights of panelists talking about, look who is here.
Hello.
Hello. I was just talking about the panels for the superhero fiction website.
Oh yeah.
I saw that you signed up. I didn't look at which ones you picked though.
They were all really good. I was like, oh man, debating for like 5 minutes, being like, which one do I put as my number one? Which one do I put as like my number three? The pop culture one is like the easiest one, so I was like, that was like a simple one to be like, yeah, sign me up for. I'd be interested. I can talk about stuff all the time. But I did put the romance one down.
Oh, did you?
Because I do think it's interesting. So.
Well, so one of the reasons that we wanted to do the romance one is because one, the romance authors in superhero fiction get shit on all the time because, oh, they're writing romance. Well, no, it's still superhero stories. Stop being jealous that they're the ones taking up those rare slots where superhero books actually show up on the superhero category.
Yeah.
Maybe the rest of us should pay attention and start writing some saucy stories.
Really, the I forget who wrote it, but the Secret Lives of Superhero Wives was the name of it, and I was like, oh, it had such a nice cover. It's like an interesting perspective where you're like, yeah, what's it like to be the wife waiting at home to be like, honey, how'd your crime fighting do today? Or like,
and if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'm pretty sure that there is. Oh yeah, and there's a sequel, The Superhero's Husband.
yep.
I just think that it's kind of a fun story. Did you ever read Carrie Vaughn's After the Golden Age, maybe?
No.
I it's been sitting on my nightstand forever. I really should just read it. But the whole premise is the character in the opening scene has been kidnapped yet again for the millionth time because some supervillain wants to use the unpowered daughter as leverage against the two greatest heroes who happen to be her parents.
Oh boy.
And she's just sitting there in the opening scene, like rolling her eyes, being like, oh, we're doing this again. And it's kind of funny because, there's always the superhero trope of I have to keep my identity secret so my family stays safe. But I kind of like it when they're just like, yeah, collateral damage. Don't worry, honey, we'll save you.
Yep.
Um,
I do like that spin where it's like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna worry about it.
yeah, I figure like if you're good at your job, like don't worry, it'll be fine.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, it should be fun. We did the panel last night, and it it was really good time. It was the first time I had ever talked to Matt King and Taylor Elwood, so that was fun. Um, and Karen Diem was there, and Karen Diem is not at all what I thought she would be like. She's super dry. Like her humor is like super punchy but dry. And I guess I literally was judging a human on the cover of her book.
That's amazing.
So I kind of expected like, that over aggressive kind of female with the hood on, and no, it was good times.
That's so hilarious.
And it looks like we are already on to some sprinting.
Oh boy, I tried to like warm myself up to it. It's like, oh boy.
Which
Like,
probably
write
means
down
you're at
that
like the
first
top of the
sentence.
chart. You are at the top of the chart, as always.
It's because I'm a fast typer.
I got to number 5 yesterday, and like I had to work for that. I fell asleep with a laptop in my lap.
Oh, I fell asleep trying to read last night. It's like, well, Kindle, just don't fall off. Don't fall off the bed.
My iPad is in a rubber case just so it won't easily slip off the bed onto the floor, because that's how I broke one of them.
Oh,
Oops.
that's one of the things we didn't struggle with as young readers because it's like the paperback falls off the bed. It doesn't shatter into a million pieces. You just like pick it up, flatten it. It's good to go.
You know what I don't miss though is if you're sleeping on your side and you have a book open, it was always hard to get light to hit the page.
Oh yeah.
And so like I had like the special the book light, but it weighed so much you're like, oh, my wrist is starting to hurt.
So makes it so floppy. It's like top heavy book.
Well, and so that became my excuse to get hardbound books in the house. I was like, it just works better with the light and you can stay open.
It does
And my
work.
mom's a librarian, so she was like, oh, fine.
I guess I'll get it for you.
90s teen struggles right there. All right, I'll be back at 12:30. Let's put this up.
Here we go.
You didn't join the sprint. I'm going to be a sprint master today. I think you missed the sprint.
I probably typed it in wrong when I tried to join in my haste.
I very frequently try to spring join or sprint joint. I was so tired last night that it just turned into slapping the keyboard and hoping I could get it to count. That was it was I don't know what I was doing last night. I think it just got to the point where I was like, I can't watch any more trash TV on Hulu.
Yeah. It's like TV. It's like running out of the things that you are genuinely interested in. Now it's like, oh, we have to move on to stuff that we're like vaguely interested in.
No. Way past that. I'm watching the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh no.
I'm on season 6. I only started a few weeks ago.
Oh boy. I keep seeing advertisements for like that show and a couple other shows all over the place. And I'm like, oh man, stop it. Stop trying to get me to watch this.
It's so incredibly mindless that it's good, like shut off the world thing. But at the same time, like they went on a trip to Dubai, and I was like, I don't even care about the trip to Dubai. You're just able to go outside. Every time they eat at a restaurant, I was like, I forgot what that's like.
Yeah. It's like everything's drive-through right now. The restaurant is my vehicle.
I have not eaten out once since it started.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not to say like I'm trying to be healthy, because let's just be quite honest here, like that is the farthest thing from the truth.
You just don't trust any of the preparers.
Yeah, I want to ask for like medical records as I drive through. When was the date of your last temperature check? Thank you very much. You stay here and disinfect every like 15 minutes on the 15 minutes. My anxiety is a little unruly when it comes to this whole pandemic.
Well, it's like I keep seeing commercials for all the takeout places, and it's like, here's how we prepare the stuff, and here's how we do this and that. It's like, oh boy, I know the pizza goes in the box.
And like, I don't really care. I went to Chick-fil-A like really when this very first started, before like any lockdowns or anything, because they were one of the first fast food chain in the area. For me, that there was no contact. There was like they were already enacting like safe protocols, like you could only pay by touching your phone. Like, you couldn't even put the card in. Um, and everyone had gloves and masks, and I was like, okay, I can eat it. And then as I was driving home, you're munching on it as you're driving. I got so incredibly sick because like the anxiety around like, did I just sign my death warrant for a chicken burger?
Yeah, it's hard. It's like the everyone's so hyper aware of how they're feeling now. So it's like, oh, am I feeling nauseous because I'm nervous? Am I feeling nauseous because I haven't eaten fast food for 2 months?
Yeah.
Or am I coughing because I've drank too much soda and my body is just like too much sugar? That's what happens.
I so like every my next door neighbors, their kid had pneumonia, and so he's been outside playing, like he's on the far end of pneumonia right now. And
Mhm.
they're trying to get him to play so he'll loosen the whatever up in his lungs so he can start like coughing it up.
Yep.
And he's just running around, and he stops and starts coughing. And normally you would think like parents would be like, oh no, like little Billy's having a coughing fit. No, like both of them look at me and they're waiting for instant judgment, and I'm like, he's not coughing on me.
Yeah.
I don't care. But
Ugh.
then yesterday, coughing while I was sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I kind of froze, and I was like, myself. Was that the doom cough right there?
Yeah. Ugh. Ridiculous. I just keep like drinking the vitamin C mix. Like, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of Target ordering today. I, I do my initial Target order, and then I keep it open all day, and I just keep adding stuff to it, which probably is not the smartest move, but um, it's in the store. Edit order. I need more green peppers because I've officially eaten all.
Target's not bad. I feel like they've got their system down.
Well, I do the shipped thing, and they ship it to me. Um, like someone goes and does the shopping and brings it to me, um, which is so incredibly snotty. Like I'm not even going to try and deny it. Um, like I actually feel like that human requesting someone else to do my dirty work.
It's like, please go around and get out. The worst one is when, well, normal times when it's like you're ordering useless things. It's like I'm sending somebody all over the store to go get my random assortment and then like one bag of candy at the end.
I I definitely did put in a like everyone's doing like, oh, I'm baking and I'm doing this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying some Betty Crocker brownie mix because there's no like baking going on here.
No, I did make cookies once so far since this started, and it was pretty good, and they lasted me a few days. But so
My
much more.
problem is I have zero willpower right now. I just like, well, the cookie's there. Well, eat it, and okay, no more cookies.
It's like you make the cookies, you do all the work, and then you eat all of the cookies yourself in like a day. And you're like, I
I feel like
shouldn't.
I earned it for making them.
Yeah, I made them smaller so it looked like I had more.
The lies we tell ourselves.
Like, oh yeah, I can stretch those out.
Oh, there it is. All right, here we go again.
All right.
I really need to remember to update the banner. It is so freakishly nice outside right now.
Yeah, I was told, make sure you go outside today because it's supposed to be cloudy and overcast for like the next long stretch.
Yeah, it was supposed to rain today, but oh look, rain tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, partly sunny Sunday, rain, partly cloudy, 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 cloudy. Okay.
Ugh.
I might have to see if I can do live writing outside.
Just do a voice memo.
I always make the joke that I'm gonna do my Facebook Live events from the hot tub. But I would have to do it during the day. Like, I've actually thought about this. I would have to do it during the day, and then my neighbors would be like, what the hell is he doing setting up camera equipment in the hot tub? Like, that feels a little too pornish. Like, probably.
It's really obscure. Did you ever watch that really stupid spoof series called The Spoils of Babylon with like Will Ferrell and like Kristen Wiig? It was like
No.
I bought it on iTunes when it came out because I was all into it. It was like it basically makes fun of the like 70s and 80s where they were like the biggest television event based on the best-selling saga of all time, and it was like a family drama. And Will Ferrell plays the writer. In every episode, he's sitting in like an empty restaurant with like a giant glass of wine, and he's just like, "Hello, welcome," and like does like a big speech, and he like talks about his book. So I just imagine like sitting in a hot tub with like a giant glass of wine being like, "Oh, hello, welcome."
That wouldn't be too far from the truth. And it's funny because like I always joke about it with my readers, like because there's always, I'll put lights on at night and be like, oh, here's a selfie, or here's a sunset, and you can see the edge of the hot tub in it. And so like they're the ones who are like, oh, you should do your Facebook Live from the hot tub. I'm like, what kind of readers are you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
How much of me do you want to see in my personal life?
Like, it's already bad enough. Instagram is like, I'm constantly shirtless, like trying to keep the photos like in a reasonable angle. But like, this is gonna be Authors After Dark.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That would be very hilarious.
Well, it was funny because Trish and I were talking about, just for time zone wise, doing some of the writing events in the evening and making it cocktail required.
That would be fun.
And I was like, oh, so I would just pour out my coffee and fill it up with tequila.
Like the more and more like frantically typing at the end is like depending on how much you drank.
Well, and we would almost have to make a drinking game out of it.
Yeah, just leave all the typos in and then somehow share your most terrible like mess ups. I was like, that's not what you intended to type, but that's what your drunken mind told you.
It would be like every time our hero has a moment of quiet reflection, everyone do a shot.
Yeah. Every time they say, I can't possibly do this, take 2 shots.
Oh, I think I would be drunk from last scene.
Yeah. Okay, my characters having the constant argument of like, wait, what's going on? How can we do this? And I'm like, how much of that is my writer brain making them figure it out for me? And then we have to chop all this out when I get to the end.
I sometimes want to write myself into the story as like the watcher and just constantly shaking head. Just
Oh,
oh, Chris, that would be a
that'd be
drink every
terrifying.
time you. Oh, drink every time you hit delete.
No, that's not fun.
So the follow-up series to Writers After Dark will be Writers at the ER.
Oh no.
I'm thinking we might need to either start day drinking or maybe push this back into the evening because I
Oh,
don't have a lot of alcohol in the house, but I could do this.
I can get the alcohol ready.
I may have just gone back to my Target order and added lime, so this might happen.
Oh, so good.
Oh, there we go. Think the next one's at 10. Did I say 10? Yep.
Let me see. Make sure I actually join this one.
Chris, you're gonna have to break out the booze and join drunk writers try to be productive.
that would be an amazing podcast. Just be called Drunk Writers.
Well, it's kind of like the drunk history. I could
Yes,
think it's working.
that'd be great.
What was your word count for last sprint? 3.
3. I got done. He walked in, and then I ran out of ideas.
I actually so last night I banged out like 1,500 words in 3 sprints, which for me is a lot.
Oh wow.
So I definitely think that not having that mental resistance sometimes helps. And I'm not saying like everyone should go get trashed and write, but I feel a little inhibition lowering.
Yes. Well, a lot of famous writers drank while they worked, so I feel like that's like a. It's not like, oh, they were all like alcoholics, but like you gotta get yourself over the ledge to stop being critical. Just go with it.
I'm thinking that we might have to do this. We'll do like one night a week. That I'm of the age where I can my liver could only handle one night of this. My
Then you punish yourself in the morning with guilt, being like, "I'm so hungover, I have to be productive."
I'm currently dating a Scot who let's just talk about alcohol tolerance. The
Oh,
first night we went out, we went to like 10 different pubs, like just you'd stop, have a pint.
holy.
So he was having a pint every time, and I was having a half pint at like the first 5 or 6. And I'm so drunk that there are photos of me sitting down in like they have these art installations of this little dude all around Scotland, and he's sitting on the ground like wearing a clown outfit, and I'm like in his arms. But that was like the halfway point of the night. I drank water the rest of the night, and he just kept drinking pints. And at the end, he was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling a little tipsy," and I'm like,
What? That's his superpower right there.
"Oh my god, that's the superpower of every Scot in the world."
Captain Alcohol Tolerance. I will get you all home safely.
Oh, so much Ubering.
Oh,
All right, we're in it for another 20.
woohoo.
Stupid bot.
It is like super confused.
And I did put in this time, I think. Yeah, I did put it in this time. Correctly, even. It doesn't end anymore unless you poke at it, and half the times your starting word count, it's like, we're just going to start with 0. Okay. I might actually have to start doing that from now on and always start at 0.
I started trying to do that because I'm jumping around, so it's like, oh, what? How many words were on this page when I started?
Yeah, I'm horrible about keeping track beforehand. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's pretending to work. What are you listening to while you're writing?
Today, I've been listening to, it's really cheesy. This guy on YouTube, I download all of his remixes, but his name is Pogo, and he does like remixes of like Disney movies into like music and like Star Wars and stuff. So I've got like random electronic sounding stuff playing.
I have been listening to. I found him because he did like a full symphony remix thing of the Daredevil opening sequence.
Oh, cool.
And it's all digital, but it was, epic worthy. I was like, ooh,
Nice. Such an underrated like soundtrack.
the opening sequence for that and Jessica Jones have got to be some of my favorite opening of anything ever. Oh, Chris, mine this time, what actually I have no idea what mine was. It was probably like 300 words. It didn't record it. It hates me.
Oh yeah, Tron 2 soundtrack. I totally have that.
That's a good one.
I bought that soundtrack before I even saw the movie just because I was like, this is mine.
So I remember way back in the days of Borders, and it would have been 1998 or 99. Up in rural parts of Maine, you basically have like country, you have like the one hard rock station, like classic rock, and then if you were lucky, late at night you could get a station from Portland that played something modern. But otherwise, like, we had, I think, maybe 4 stations total. And so I went and saw the movie Blade, and it was the first time I ever heard any sort of techno music. And I remember going to the Borders and trying to explain to them, I'm looking for this genre of music. It's like, it's not really instruments, but it's got like really fast, heavy bass, and they're just looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about, child? And I remember I bought the Blade soundtrack because it was the only thing I could find. But like, I didn't even have words to describe like techno or synthetic music.
It's so hilarious. It's like, oh, now it's everywhere.
Yeah, like, oh, I was listening to the greatest showman, greatest show, whatever it's called. And all of a sudden it pops up, it goes, would you like to listen to Alan Walker's like digital house remix of The Greatest Show? And I was like, Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Chris, I couldn't tell you a single thing about the movie. The first one, I liked it for what it was. The second one, I just remember it being very pretty and not. I couldn't tell you a single bit of the plot. I couldn't even tell you who the characters were. I was just like, ooh, bright neon lights. And block.
Hooray.
It's so funny that if you broadcast out on Facebook how many random bots show up now. My Facebook
Yeah.
page gets liked and unliked about 300 times a day. So I had to shut off all the notifications because they're all, maybe bots, like maybe real people that just don't know what they're doing. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like how much of it is people that are just bored now and looking for someone to watch, or fake. I see that on my blog. That's why I had to set my website to be like, you must approve things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, what the heck?
My 3 weeks ago, I did a Facebook Live, and it was like a 15-minute, like just talking to my fans. And it was supposedly seen 45,000 times by the time it was over. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to be, the next Kesha, apparently. I'm a Kardashian waiting to happen. But I went and looked at it. Everything was from, all the names were in languages that did not use the standard 26 letters for American keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the point where I was seeing it be shared in all of these really weird groups. And I was like, did I just stumble onto the dark net?
It's like how much of that is bots and how much of it is like Facebook trying to trick you into being like, look, your video's doing great. Buy more advertising. It's like, oh no.
I really do have a sneaking suspicion that Amazon or Facebook inflates their numbers pretty heavily. I'm sure just by saying that, like I'm on someone's hit list, but
Oh, no. Well, I know my Facebook page barely gets any traction whatsoever for my writing. So it's like, they just keep wanting me to pay for like boost the post. I'm like, no, I'm not saying anything worth boosting.
I have 1,300 people on my page, and the one time I got, like, I'll put up a post that says like distract me, your stupidest meme. All of a sudden I get like 500 reach, but that's still only like a third of my overall fans. But if I put up like anything like, hey, new release coming out, reach 7. Like,
Yeah,
it's not even worth it at this point.
no.
All right, I'm gonna go. I think it start. Yep, it started. Late to the party as always. It's just cold enough coming in from the window that I'm like, ooh, it's almost hoodie weather.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pretend that it's actually warm.
It felt warm when I went outside this morning, but it was like freezing in my place.
A couple days ago, it was one of the days it was raining. I was like, oh, it must be like super bitter outside. And I opened the door and I was like, it's warmer outside in the pouring rain than it is in my house.
Yeah, I really don't understand that, but it's been happening more and more where I'm like, Alexa, what what's the temperature? And it's like, it's 55 degrees. And it's like inside I check everything and it's like, oh, you're at like 10 degrees under for whatever reason.
I wish I had some sort of thermometer hooked up to Alexa so when I would ask, she would just be like, bitch, open the windows.
Open the windows. You can feel for yourself.
She sasses me quite a bit.
I like setting really like direct reminders for myself where it's like, get off your butt and go do this. Don't forget. Thanks.
The yesterday my Alexa started flashing and I was like, is someone calling my, like, I don't even know what these mean. So I was like, Alexa, why are you making funny colors? And she actually answered. And it was Amazon contacting me. They're like, we see that you have a pattern of buying such and such. Would you like us to add this again? And I was like, whoa, you know a little too much about my life right now.
It took me so long to get Amazon recommendations sorted out because I went through a weird period where I would just browse the free category for Kindle and I would just download random stuff and it'd be like, I really didn't want to read this, but I was going to give it a shot. And then finally it was like recommendations are more precise, but I ruined it for myself for like a good month where I was like, no, I'm not interested in this. No, I just downloaded it for free.
So I very frequently have a second Amazon account. Like there's no credit card or anything built into it, but I sometimes use that for my browsing because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look at some stuff that's gonna ruin my Amazon. The thing that has been showing up, it showed up in one of my like, you might also be interested in, and it was like some really obscure underwear of all random things, and I didn't click on it, but wherever the icon I went to go click, it must have Amazon screwed up and it shifted all the links one image over, and so it pops up and I was like, that's not what I want, back out. But now my Facebook ads, you would think I have like some die-hard underwear buying habits. I'm like, whoa, like you realize I'm wearing sweatpants every day. Like, don't need this.
It does that to me on mobile too, where it'll be like, oh, you think the page is ready for you to like type in something, and then you'll think you're hitting like the search bar, and it's just like, oh, brings you to some page. It's like, no, why did you have a banner hidden as the last thing that loads on your mobile page just for me to click it? I'm not interested in this household furniture.
And it's always something super obscure. Like I really do believe that they are like sneaking it in there for a misclick. And like, what is that doing for, like, I would be mad that I'm spending ad budget on fake clicks.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh, come on.
We have so far 13 people have signed up for the sales promotion.
Nice.
So it looks like we're gonna have a good selection of buying power for that week. I need money.
We need money. We need exposure. We need people's eyeballs.
Yeah, I want to get the website is averaging about 1,000 to 1,200 on a good regular month, but on promo months it goes up to like 4,000 to 5,000, and I would like it to be there every month, because eventually what we would like to do is kind of take a little bit of the BookBub model, and like if you have a new release coming out and you want it promoted for like, you know, $5 for the month, we'll put you on like the front page of the website. But we don't want to do anything money exchanging hands until like we have proof, like here's data that shows that this is worth your hard-earned money.
Yeah. I do wonder, with all the movies and TV shows being pushed back by months, if that'll have any effect on our sales.
I'm almost kind of nervous that when we, like right now, I think for us it's a good thing. Like my page reads have been steady and, you know, not great, but and then I'm wondering when all this media comes rushing at us, if people will be like, oh yeah, I've been reading books for months, let me go see movies, and we're gonna switch it up to something else.
Yeah, as soon as they're like, Black Panther's available to stream. Like, it's gonna be, not Black Panther, Black Widow. I'm waiting for them to pull the plug and be like, yep, you can purchase this right now for $25. And I'll be like, yep, I will be purchasing.
Yep, not even a question. Just
I've seen all the action figures at the store, and it makes me really sad because I thought by now I would have seen that movie and whatever end credit scene they have.
That's what I feel about New Mutants. Like, this movie
has pushed back
2 years already.
Yeah, just give it to us.
Yeah, like, let's just be honest. It was never going to be a blockbuster in the movie theater to begin with. Fox, just stop it. Like, your last X-Men movie ruined any chance of this franchise having a one-hit wonder at the end.
Oh my gosh.
So
disappointing of because that was the only one that I was actually looking forward to, because it looked different than all the stuff that they were like falling into.
Yeah, I was just kind of excited to have like a horror genre-ish superhero movie. And I know it's going to be a PG horror, so fine, whatever. But like, it has Illyana Rasputin in it, who I love. It has Arya Stark, who I love.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just had a really good all around.
She was so mad. I saw a thing where they were asking her about it, and she was like, really honestly, just release this movie already. We all worked on this. We all just want everyone to know so we don't have to keep our mouths shut for more years.
And like, if you put it out and just did like a $9.99 order on iTunes, sure, I'll buy it for $9.99. I'm a geek. And and I bet you they would make as much money off it as if it went into the movie theaters.
Probably.
It's kind of like, did you see Bloodshot?
No, I did not. But wasn't that the one that was like on the cusp where they were like, it was out for a week, and then they were like, well, here you go, rent it.
It bombed. I mean, bombed hard. And then when it came out, I was like, oh, it's a superhero fix. And I've read exactly one Bloodshot comment ever. So, and the funny thing is, the one comic I read there's like a 2-page scene that is almost shot for shot from the comic. And I was like, I know that one.
Yep. Oh boy.
Did it start? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is probably my last one, and then I need to go, participate in daily life or something.
Yes. Okay.
Here we go. Whoa, lots of beeping. Wah, wah. Only wrote 283. Oh, look,
Yeah,
you're not number one.
I got stuck on this.
After all of our conversations about fighting and putting in too much detail, I am in a fight sequence or a training sequence with her learning the new techniques. So I'm finding like, okay, if you do this, then I might have to break out action figures.
It's not a bad idea.
Otherwise, it's going to be an abbreviated training sequence because I think I'm boring myself.
You gotta like set them up and then like take photos of the different stages.
just break out. What do I have laying around here? Okay. We're going to put Gambit here. And Colossus here. And now I feel like I'm playing with Barbies. Which I guess kind of am.
They have a conversation.
Yeah. They're going to stop fighting and they're going to talk about their feelings, which is generally what I do. I'll see if those will ever stand again. I got more writing done than normal. Like 300 more, 500 words more than I have been lately.
It's like a good 2 pages.
I need to dust off my action figures. Things are getting a little dusty around here.
Yeah, need to get some of the Swiffer wipes. I have like a box of Swiffer wipes, and then I have a paintbrush that's dedicated just to dusting off little details.
Yeah, if you look closely, like, oh my God, his hands are so dusty that Magneto's purple is starting to look like lavender. We're going to put that on the to-do list for some other time.
Yes.
If you want something fun to watch, did you see the link for the Seven Nation Army MCU music video thing?
No.
Someone took all the action sequences from the MCU and streamed them together into a Seven Nation Army song, and all like the beats line up to all the punching.
Oh my gosh.
Someone had way too much time on their hands, and I'm very thankful because it was epic.
Craziness.
All right. I think I am out for the day. I'm going to go bask in some sunlight for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to walk and then eat something.
Yeah, I feel like I've been only eating green peppers today, so I guess eating all day long is okay.
Oh boy. Gotta mix it up.
Yeah. I will chat with you later. I think Trish is coming in tomorrow. I have a staff meeting for a half hour, so I'll have to duck out in the middle, but it'll be fine.
Cool.
All right. I will chat with you later.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.